Hello, and welcome to this edition of the ChannelVision Podcast. I'm Tony Jones, Managing Editor of ChannelVision Magazine. Today I'm speaking with Elie Katz, President and CEO of National Retail Solutions. NRS is a provider of state-of-the-art point-of-sale and payment acceptance solutions. Today we'll be learning more about the company and the opportunities it presents for channel partners. Hi, Elie. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. Great to be here. I'm still on a high from that amazing show that you guys put on in Arizona. I love Arizona. I love Burge, and I love the amazing show that you guys have.
Great to hear. It was a pleasure having you. We really appreciate your participation. To start things off for today's discussion and put things in the framework for our listeners, tell me about the current state of retail and how small independent retailers are faring against the big chains.
So it is very difficult for small business to fight against the big chains. I mean, that's the foundational reality because you have very well funded, you have deep in resources, brick and mortar chain stores with lots and lots of marketing power, with buying power. I mean, I don't have to tell you all the different benefits of being a chain store versus a small independent mom and pop. I think it's pretty obvious, right? But with that, and I think this is what everybody has in common, and that is that it's difficult to get employees right now. That's everybody has in common. It's difficult to get employees at a reasonable rate. That's what everybody has in common. And also, listen, not, we all seen our supermarket bills. We've all seen our shopping bills. Everything seems to have gone up, right? So, that's a challenge. And I will tell you, as someone who comes from a retail background, I own restaurants. I've seen the pain points, and I've seen the difficulty that these stores are having.
Right. So in addition to, staffing and those sorts of things, what other big challenges are small retailers facing right now? And from a big picture perspective, how does NRS help them compete more effectively?
Oh, that's so I'm glad you asked me that question. So marketing, purchasing, and when I say purchasing, not just the fact that things are expensive. How do these small stores, like you ever ask yourself, like, how does the independent owner know what to put on their shelf? Right? So when you go into a 7-Eleven or CVS or any of these stores, what most people don't realize is that that store is working on off of something called a planogram. A planogram is basically this is your shelf, and this is what your shelf should look like with exactly how many cans and how many deep each can should be and how many bottles and how much you should be charging on each item. Nobody's giving that guidance to these independent small owners, these corner groceries, convenience stores. They go into Costco, they buy themselves a case of muffins. Okay, the case costs them $10, so they're like, okay, I'll charge $2 a muffin. But meanwhile, is that the right price? It sounds good. It makes sense if I have, do the math. But they're really operating on gut, and not on data. And National Retail Solutions, the world's greatest point of sale register, has changed that for all of these independent convenience stores. From everything from I'm giving them a merchant app so that they can manage their store remotely. They no longer have to be in their store behind the counter all the time to know what's going on and what they have. So when they are shopping, they can actually look at the app and see, oh, this is how many items I have in the store, and this is how much I'm selling it for. And I'm in the store now, so I don't need to buy it, even though it's on sale again. To creating loyalty programs, reward programs, managing their inventory in the place, marketing, even the holy grail, I guess we can call it, which is giving them an online presence. Not only do we give them our stores that have our POS system their own website, but just having an online presence doesn't help. We give them the products of being able to promote find my business, manage my reviews, and then we also are integrated with DoorDash and Grubhub, so their stores could be found as well on their marketplaces, and they spend a couple of dollars promoting their marketplace. So we're pretty happy with that integration and that relationship with Grubhub and DoorDash. Actually, not only are we pretty happy, but the stores that are integrated are very happy with the amount of orders that are being driven to them. So that is just in a nutshell, in the elevator pitch of some of the great features, functionality, and bottom line is we make it a fraction of the cost of our competitors because we understand the pain points of these independent convenience stores. We understand our customers. We understand the challenges that they have. I personally go visit 10 to 12 stores a month. Um, and I speak to them and I listen to them. And based on that is how we built the point of sale system. We built it by the merchant for the merchant. So anyone is listening. So, okay, now let's get down to the question of why am I here? So the answer is very simple. And that is that your community, the people that are listening today, a lot of them already have relationships with businesses. Okay, maybe they don't have convenience stores, maybe they don't have liquor stores, maybe they don't have tobacco shops, but National Retail Solutions has applied the same, I guess, psychology or the same mindset to every one of our features and functions and products. So whether it's credit card processing, whether it's payroll, whether it's cash advance, or the world's greatest point of sale register, National Retail Solutions basically said, listen, we're going to make this very simple, very easy, very affordable to our, I guess, to our customers. And we need resellers. We need people that already have the relationships, whether they have the relationships because of telecom products that they sell them, or they have the relationships because of internet failover products that they sell them, or any of the other booths that were at that amazing show, or any of the other people that are at the show. You have relationships with small businesses. We want to work with those relationships and we want you to offer them some of our products and you'll make money. Why are you leaving money on the table?
The partner program, as you guys have it, it's like, why are those with IT and telecom sales experience a good fit for you?
Because, first of all, a lot of our products require an internet connection, right? The people that are selling the internet or the failover, etc. And second is a lot of our products are perfect for the businesses. They have the same, it's the same business that's buying the different products that these IT people are selling that need credit card processing. And why should they get ripped off by someone's credit card processing? Let them come to National Retail Solutions where we offer a clean rate, where we offer, the cash discount program, where we offer no long-term contract, where we offer no cancellation fee, where we offer free equipment. We make it so desirable for the end user customer to take our product, which makes it so easy for the reseller, for the different partners that we have to offer our product. So that is why we're here today. That's why we're speaking to you. That's why we're speaking to your audience. And we need them to say, listen, we have the greatest products. You have the greatest relationships. Don't just sell them one product. You have the relationship, offer them some other ways. It helps your customers and it puts more money in your pocket.
So that leads into my next question, actually. And so you guys are, as we've already discussed, you're more than a POS system. So how do channel partners then leverage selling a POS system into selling a full suite of NRS products and services?
The answer is I think you should go you go to sellnrs.com, sellnrs.com. You look at the different products that we have to offer, whether it's payroll, right? Do your businesses that you talk to use payroll? Well, we have the great payroll product. Whether it's cash advance, does your business need a cash advance? Whatever your business is, everybody needs cash flow. And by the way, that's another way that these brick and mortar chain stores are really hurting. They have deep pockets. They have nice cash flow, right? if one store's not doing well, the other store's doing super well, and they just, they balance it out in corporate headquarters. And you need cash to run a business. Whatever your business is, you need cash. You need cash flow. And most people have inventory, and that inventory is not sold yet. So how do I pay my lights? How do I pay my employees? So NRS has those cash advance offers. Um, you know, Credit card processing, same thing. Everybody needs credit card processing, whether it's online credit card processing, whether it's offline credit card processing, whether it's whether you're a plumber and you're in a van and you need something on your phone, or you're a mechanic where you can need something in the office, or you're corporate dentist or anything like that. Credit card processing, call NRS. So basically, people that have relationships with businesses are the ones that we're looking for, and we're saying to them, don't be scared, don't be nervous. It may not be exactly your wheelhouse today, but you will see when you work with us how easy we make it for you to be able to offer our products to your customers.
That's great. And are there specific segments of retail where partners should focus their energy?
Anybody who uses credit card processing, anybody who uses cash advance, anybody who needs a register, anybody who needs payroll, that's the people. Those are the people that we're looking for.
Gotcha, gotcha. And so, what are some good conversation starters or sales tips that partners can use when engaging potential customers?
Um, I've been your IT provider for the last 10 years. Seems like you're happy with me. I've saved you a lot of money, right? And I'm always responsive to you. Service is my business. Well, I've now partnered with National Retail Solutions, one of the fastest growing credit card processors, the world's greatest point of sale register. Um, can I see you using credit card processing. Would it be okay if I took a copy of your last month's statement and see if I can save you money? If I could save you money, great. If I don't save you money, then don't take the offer. But you will see that a lot of these places are getting ripped off by their credit card processor, right? And it's always so difficult for me when I walk into a store to compete against, first of all, to compete against lies, right? How do you beat a lie? It's so hard, right? They could say anything. So the last person walked in and they told them how much they're going to be saving them. Then a few months later, they hiked up the rates. Then then when the person tried canceling, they realized they're in a 3-year contract. Now they canceled. They got an early termination. It's a nightmare. So then they say, okay, forget it. I won't even focus on it. Or you go with National Retail Solutions. There is no long-term contract. Obviously, there's an agreement you sign, but you want to cancel after a month, you want to cancel after a week, you want to cancel after a day, cancel. There's no cancellation fee. There's free equipment. So we give you our, $200, $300, $400 unit, depending upon what you need, free to use. And then the bill is clean. No surprises, no, oh, this fee and paper statement fee and all these other fees. So everybody uses credit card processing.
You touched on this a little bit at the beginning, but you guys continue to offer new features. You're forging new partnerships. Tell us a little bit more about your integrations with DoorDash and Grubhub, as well as Google.
So we have an integration with DoorDash and Grubhub, and I want to tell you something that I am so happy with the integrations. They are so great to work with. You know, as big as the companies are, they really are so spectacular, and they really want to help these small businesses. And they've given us concessions, and they've given incentives, and they've done like they treat us like we're their only, I guess, integrated partner. But with that said, so I have to give them kudos. I have to give them props. Um, that's for DoorDash and Grubhub, who we're working with. And with that said, because we have a point of sale system there, we're able to get them online boarded very quickly. And then now, if someone's looking for a bottle of liquor, or if someone's looking for a sandwich, or if someone's looking for, pops up their closed store right next door. So you're all of a sudden competing against the brick and mortar chain stores, and there we've leveled the playing field. Now it's a matter of whose sandwich do I like the best. And trust me, a lot of those independent convenience stores who are buying daily have some of the freshest ingredients. They're not getting a giant truck that's mass produced, pulled up in front of their store and dropped off some ingredients that you're not sure, is that an egg or is that a cheese or is that a what is that that's in that little envelope. They go and they make it fresh and make it delicious. So that's why these stores are doing amazing with the food. And by the way, that's something that a lot of these independent convenience stores have really shifted to over the last. I guess this should have been in my opening statement with the state of the retail world. They've really shifted to over the last 2 3 years, which is offering this fresh deli counter or fresh empanadas or whatever it is that they're offering homemade every day.
Hmm. What about the Google integration?
So we did a Google integration that basically, once again, gives these merchants the ability to be found, on Google and their products to be found on Google. And it's just another way to give a leg up to these stores and give them the ability to drive more traffic to these stores. Because I told you, even the chain stores, these stores are having challenges in today's times between people not having money, between the inflation, between the difficulty in having hiring employees, between this, all of that stuff, the cost of everything. Everyone's having their own challenges. So if you could try to capture a couple more people here and a couple more people here and a couple more people here, a lot of a little equals a lot.
It's really true. And something else you guys have I found really interesting. What is the NRS AI product recommendations feature, and how does it assist retailers with inventory management issues?
So we spoke earlier about how does an independent owner know what to buy? How do they know? Like, do they go into Costco or they go into their local cash and carry? And a lot of them do go and purchase it on their own, right? They can't get the delivery because of the minimums that are required. So they go into and to purchase it on their own. They see some great stuff that looks, on sale or whatever it is, let's get the boxes of chocolates and let's put it in, and they hope it sells. What we do is, because we are the largest and greatest point of sale register company in this country, in the world, my guess actually, my feeling is we take, we're in over 38,000 point of sales systems. I guess that's how many systems we have deployed coast to coast in every single state, including Montana and including Hawaii and including Alaska. Um, and what we've done is we've taken like a sampling of a couple hundred stores around your neighborhood. And we said, based on our product recommendation, AI product recommendation, these are the items you should be carrying. And these are the items that how much you should be charging. Because even if I do go, and we spoke about the muffin example, how do I know what to charge? Because my next door neighbor is charging $1 for his water. I should be charging $1 for my water. But what if I paid $1.25 for the water? Or what if I paid 90 cents for the water? Like, how do I know what to charge? So that's how we created this AI product recommendation engine. It's really been a great game changer and a guide for these merchants. And then how it fits into inventory is, listen, it's absolutely controls your inventory. Now you know what to sell. Now you know what's being sold. Now you know how much to sell it for. And then if you have our advanced data feature, you can know, what percentage you're making off of, what's the what percentage you're making off of that sale. If I buy it for 90, I sell it for $1.10. How much did I make? Your
Right.
return on the investment, I guess.
It's fascinating. And I also know that you guys have a forthcoming integration announcement with Nation Benefits. What can you divulge about that?
So another way that National Retail Solutions, and we are integrated, we're live. We're rocking and rolling already. And basically, another way that our integration is um, is helping these stores is now people who have insurance companies they work with that give them cards, or that are connected to Nations Benefit, which is one of the largest over-the-counter benefits companies. They can now go to our point of sale register, or basically a convenience store that has our point of sale register, and they could purchase the items that ordinarily they would have maybe purchased at a chain drugstore. But they don't have to go to the chain drugstore. They can go now to their local convenience store and get the same exact advantage, and be able to make those purchases through our point of sale register.
That's great. And when will that announcement be formal?
It's formal. You just let the cat out of the bag.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Sure.
Appreciate all this. And so, where can partners go to learn more about NRS?
NRSplus.com, NRSplus.com. But I will tell your partners that want to resell, or at least learn about reselling, to go to sellnrs.com, SELLNRS.com. Put in your information, and we'll have a channel manager hold your hand throughout the entire process from the beginning to the end. We do training, we have videos, we have everything. And don't be nervous. It's easy to understand. It's just a different product. But the reality is they have the relationships, or I should say, you have the relationships. If I'm speaking to the listener, you have the relationships already. Don't leave money on the table. Help your merchant, help your business owner be more successful with their business by having the right tools. And part of the right tools is having the right payroll company, the right credit card processing company, the right cash advance, the right point of sale.
Good stuff. Elie, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
And thank you to our audience for listening. We'll catch you next time on the ChannelVision Podcast.